Most people think greatness is about talent or luck or being obsessed beyond reason. But what if the real secret is hidden in the small, quiet rituals, the ones nobody sees? Today we're diving into Novak Djokovic's conversation with Jay Shetty, and this one goes way beyond tennis. By the end, you'll see why Novak believes success starts long before he steps on the court, and stick around until the end. Because I'll share how you can apply these lessons in your own busy, everyday life, even if you don't have the resources of a world-class athlete. This episode is inspired by Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast, where Novak opened up about his upbringing, his struggles, and the practices that keep him grounded. Novak Djokovic, 24 Grand Slam titles, world number one. But what struck me most wasn't the highlight reel of victories. It was how he talked about the battles nobody sees. He grew up in Serbia during war and sanctions. His father once showed him 10 Deutsche Marks, about $10, and said, "This is all we have for our family of 5. For Novak, failure wasn't just losing a match. It felt like survival. That pressure gave him hunger, but it also planted something deeper. The feeling of never being enough. And even now, after breaking records and becoming one of the greatest of all time, Novak admits he still battles that voice inside. The one that whispers, do more, be more. Prove yourself sound familiar? I think many of us know that feeling. So how did Novak channel that pressure without letting it crush him? The foundation of his career wasn't just physical training, it was inner training. Even as a child, his coach introduced him to classical music, journaling, visualization. At the time, he didn't understand why, but those habits planted seeds. Over the years, he built a toolkit: prayer, meditation, conscious breathing, mindfulness. He calls it his consistent practice, and it's what sustained him for decades at the top. Even now, he still has doubts and negative thoughts. The difference is, he doesn't stay stuck for long. One Zen teacher told him, "I probably have more negative thoughts than you." The difference is, I let them go within seconds. You stay in them for days. It's not about never feeling low, it's about how quickly you bounce back. Novak also shared how he deals with external battles, injuries, hostile crowds, defeats. In a Wimbledon final against Federer, the crowd was chanting, "Roger, Roger." Novak chose to hear it differently. He told himself, "They're saying Novak, Novak." It sounds delusional, but it worked. He turned hostility into fuel and went on to win. That's mental alchemy. And if he can reframe a stadium full of people against him, maybe we can reframe our own critics and challenges. But let's be real, it's easy to think, though, that's great for Novak. But I don't have hours to meditate. I don't have a team managing my diet. And you're right, most of us don't, but here's the key. Novak said the power lies in small, consistent practices. 5 minutes of breathing, journaling before bed, a short walk without your phone, even learning to sit with boredom. If you're a parent, maybe it's one deep breath before stepping into the chaos of the living room. If you're working full-time, maybe it's writing 2 lines before bed about what you learned that day. If you're in the city, maybe it's 5 minutes outside looking at the sky. It's not the length that matters, it's the consistency. For me, the biggest takeaway is this. Greatness isn't about avoiding struggle, it's about preparing for it. Over and over again, Novak put it best. Tennis isn't just hitting a ball over a net, it's about preparing for the biggest battle, the one inside yourself. And that makes me wonder, what's the battlefield in your life right now? And what small ritual could help you face it with more calm, more strength, more presence? So here's my challenge to you. Pick just one practice this week, 2 minutes of breathing, 1 line of gratitude before bed, a short walk without your phone, whatever it is, commit to it. Let it be your version of Novak's rituals. Because if there's one thing his story proves, it's that consistency beats intensity every time. And with that, let's close. Remember, you don't need a perfect plan, just a better next step. If this episode resonated, hit subscribe, because next up is a powerful between Andrew Huberman with David Goggins. That conversation is raw, intense, and full of lessons you won't forget. See you in the next episode.